in Swakopmund, where in a bit the 8th edition of the Broadcast and Digital Media Convention will kick off. We're here at the Swakopmund Hotel, and we engaged some of the local players here as far as developments are concerned in the town. And my next guest is none other than the mayor of Swakopmund. That's Ms. Dina Namubes. Ms. Namubes, very good morning to you. Welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning.
Yeah. But I think even though I welcome you to Good Morning Namibia, it's only fair that you welcome us to your town.
I think that's the more important thing in the lives of our people. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and I would like to officially welcome Good Morning Namibia show to Swakopmund. I could have been here earlier to welcome you, but I had to attend equally important engagement outside our country. But please feel like home and welcome once again.
Thank you so much. We'll get into those engagements in a bit, but let's talk about developmental issues here in the town of Swakopmund. I was just telling Chief Inspector Shapumba about how Swakop is growing and will continue to grow, being such an attractive town in such an attractive region. Talk to us about some of the key developments here in your town.
Thank you so much for that question. As you rightfully highlighted, our town is the fast growing town in Namibia. Being the top tourist destination and the center of adventure, we are attracting investment and development into our town. We have platforms where we are engaging stakeholders, and we are also sitting with platforms of our developers where we are deliberating on ways of developing our town. If you may allow me, in terms of education, we approved and donated land to Ministry of Education to construct Matutura primary and secondary schools. We also sold land to International University of Namibia to construct a university. Those are our major developments in terms of education. In terms of housing, we have been sitting with developers, we have been sitting with applications from our locals. We offered land to over 3,000 people just in the period of 2 years. We offered home ownership certificates, and we also signed an agreement with National Housing Enterprise to offer affordable housing for our inhabitants, whom Energy is going to offer affordable loans, because our aim is to transform our city into a smart city. We want to formalize DRC, and that is why we are deliberating on issues to address housing problem.
So.
Yeah, and maybe if I can continue in terms of job creation. We are assisting our entrepreneurs by asking them to register their businesses for them to create self-employment initiatives, and in return also to create employment for the others. Yes. This is to fight poverty and hunger. We are also establishing, or we have approved establishing of the elderly market, where we already started allowing the elderly people to set up their stalls and sell some goodies, handmade art and craft, for them to generate additional income and also to keep them busy in the society. In terms of safety and security development, we engaged the Namibian police, the Inspector General, who provided Swakopmund with the Special Reserve Force, who are now actively here in town. And that is to take care of our people's safety and security. In terms of the major and the current most life-changing development, we donated land to Rossing Uranium, who is currently constructing a police station in Mondesa, who is serving the Dashi community and Matutura community. That's a over 30 million investment. We also engaged Swakop Uranium. That is also the second largest mining uranium in the world, who committed an investment of 7 million into the CCTV cameras. Yes, and this is to monitor the safety and security of our town. The list is long. I think I'll take up a lot of time if I really continue talking. I'm so excited about the developments in our town. Road infrastructure, you know, we are looking after our roads to minimize the accidents in our town. This is also to attract tourists in our town, so we are providing definitely beautiful road networking between Swakopmund and Windhoek and other areas
as well. Yeah. Fantastic stuff. On the housing issue, of course, we know that one of the pertinent issues in the country. How would you describe the progress that you've made? You've mentioned, 3,000 houses in a space of 2 years. Yeah. But what does the general backlog look like, and how are you fast-tracking that process?
Yeah, when I joined the council, we were sitting with a backlog of 22,000 homeless people. That is because we matched the list from the municipality with the list of NHE. We also found that about over 500 houses were abandoned through a National Housing Enterprise project. As a result of reasons that is unknown to me, or rather reasons that I want to reserve. Yes, over 500 houses in Matutura. So what happened is when the council realized that we are really sitting with a problem of homelessness and also challenges with regards to urbanization, we decided to sit with the central government, with NHE, and we really deliberated with them. We said we need to make a plan to at least renovate the houses that has been neglected for so many years, I think about 8 years. So NHE really actively came through and came on board, and we were successfully able to complete 319 houses in total, which have been handed over to vulnerable community members such as domestic workers, securities, the police officers, the media, the tour guides. These are the beneficiaries that were able to own houses just within that period of 2 years as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. Great stuff. I was talking to Chief Inspector Shapumba earlier on about that gutting event of last Friday in the town of Wildfish Bay, which really brought back memories from 2020, where we saw Tololoka, catch fire as well. How are you as sister municipalities, sister towns, aiding the residents of Wildfish Bay? Talk to us about the assistance being provided by your municipality.
Okay, maybe to start off, I would like to highlight that as councils, we are representing the local government, which is very closely working with the members of the community. Anything that concerns Wildfish Bay is directly concerning Swakopmund, because we are the coastal towns, we are the sister towns, and the executive and legislative authority is invested in the local authorities. Our belief is to work together to share the challenges, opportunities that we have. Remember, the upcoming oil and gas industry that is going to be based in Wildfish Bay is also going to benefit our town. So any loss, any challenges faced by our sister town, Wildfish Bay, is directly impacting us. So immediately, I just arrived from China on Thursday, and Friday evening this happened. So I immediately called my counterpart on Saturday morning, and I really expressed my condolences for the one loss of life. And we also indicated that definitely we are going to step in and offer our assistance. Wonderful. Yeah, that is, we have that good relationship with Wildfish Bay and the rest of the coastal towns in Namibia.
Fantastic stuff. What took you to China?
China, what took me to China? I am a very humble, people-centered person who is coming from the grassroots, who have been there, who felt the pressure of poverty, hunger, and I also had the desire towards quality education, quality health care. So in Namibia and as the global community, we rely on each other's support. So we sat as the council, and we actually have our strategic plan that is focusing on urban development, education, smart city concept. So we really want to transform our citizens into smart citizens, and to be able to achieve that, we need quality education. So we decided to go out to China and to benchmark, you know, how can we help our citizens to become smart citizens? How can we help ourselves to transform our cities into smart cities?
I mean, China is a perfect example of
China is a perfect example because of the green spaces that they are providing to their citizens. I can just give you an example of water production. In China, they have, in one city, Fuzhou City, they have constructed rivers, self-constructed rivers, about 270 rivers, just to provide water, for water supply as well as energy supply. So these are projects that we went to learn from. Simple thing like the sewer system and the detectors. We are suffering of overflows from the sewer system, and we have to call the emergency team. They have to, you know, somebody has to report, we are experiencing an overflow here, whilst in China they have detecting systems. Whenever the flow is triggering, they are already there. Nice. So these are smart ways that we are able to implement, which is really not costly. It just requires skills. And the main reason why we went there is to negotiate for skills transfer and to sign an agreement to collaborate in areas such as urban development planning, as well as education, ecological preservation, and construction. That is
very
why we
exciting
went.
Stuff, exciting stuff. Yeah. You also went to Russia, I understand?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that a similar trip as well, to build on partnerships, to foster collaboration and learn from others? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It was definitely the mission. So the Russia trip was to attend the BRICS Urban Future Forum, which was which took place between 16 to 20 September. On the 18th and 19th, I was elected to represent Namibia on the panel discussion, where about 30 countries, the BRIC countries, attended, and about more than 5,000 attendees were also there. I did very well. My team was very proud of me. What we did was they really prepared me beforehand. Everyone gave me an element to touch on. So I touched on all the elements that they gave me. Most importantly, we were speaking on how to digitalize our cities, how to improve connectivity, how to improve science and technology. And it was a really very good platform. I was actually declared as the best ambassador of Namibia. Yeah, it was a very good forum where best of the world speakers attended. Yeah.
Just in conclusion, Ms. Namubes, what does the future of Swakopmund look like, the very near future of Swakopmund look like? And of course, we can only realize that future through the collaboration, through the cooperation of all stakeholders, of all residents, etc. What is your message to those stakeholders, to those residents here?
Okay, first of all, we made a commitment to our inhabitants that we are going to provide water prepaid units before the end of the year. That commitment still stands. Yeah, so our community members will definitely have something to celebrate on. The future of Swakopmund is definitely very bright because of the improvement in the tourism sector. As I said, we are the world, Namibia's leading tourist destination that specializes in different forms of tourism, such as adventure tourism, leisure tourism, sports tourism, ecotourism, and MICE tourism as well. We have the best facilities that accommodate meetings. We are sitting in, one of the best, meetings, conferences, incentives, and exhibitions. So our backbone, economic backbone, is tourism, which has improved or showed improvement since 2022. So our future is bright. We went out to the BRICS community, to China, and we definitely came back with a lot of learnings. We are definitely going to make our city a green city. We are going to provide art of the state infrastructure, as well as state-of-the-art infrastructure, as well as public transportation. We would also like to invest in youth development initiatives. We learned in China that, not in China but in Russia, that there is an innovative center where entrepreneurs can do their business, young entrepreneurs. So the future for our young people as well as the elderly people is bright, definitely.
Ms. Namubes, it's a pleasure, great honor.
Thank you
All the
so
best
much.
with the work that you're doing here in Swakopmund. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And I'm glad that you were able to have me here.
Yes.
And welcome once again.
Thank you so much. There you have it, the mayor of Swakopmund, Ms. Dina Namubes, talking to us there about developments at the town, saying that the town of Swakopmund, soon to be a city, I'm sure, is of course growing steady, growing strong. Key developments are taking place as far as housing is concerned. Also, of course, just touching on those events there in Wildfish Bay, saying that as a sister municipality, they are ready to offer assistance, to render assistance where it's needed. I was just touching there on her trips, benchmarking in China and Russia to see how we can learn from some of the best in the industry. And you can hear there are some very fruitful lessons that she picked up there. That concludes our segment this morning. Denver and Ndapewa from us here at the Swakopmund Hotel. Do stay tuned. From as of 9, we'll bring you, that is the opening ceremony of the 8th edition of the Broadcast and Digital Media Convention 2024. Director Generals are converging here in Swakopmund, and of course that will kick off as of 9 o'clock. You can stay tuned for that as we bring you those particular events. But for now, it's back to you guys in studio.